everybody for letting us do this. Our family really wanted to be here, especially on this day, June 1st, 2015, a year ago today. If it wasn't for Officer Danny Salazar, our son would not be alive today. Our son was on the football field and he collapsed and he went into sudden cardiac arrest. Officer Danny Salazar was off duty and he still jumped into action to save our son's life. And he didn't stop until the paramedics arrived. But I know that his intentions were not to stop. He would not stop trying every effort that he was trained so well to do that day for my son. And our family will forever be with so much gratitude, and we can never stop saying thank you enough to him. He's always on our mind, and we thank the police department of the city of Monterey Park for giving him the training that gave him the instincts to do what he has to do even though he was off duty. And we are so grateful, and our family will forever be so grateful to him. Thank you, Danny. Thank you so much. And we have a little something here for you. This is just a little memory shadow box that we put together, a special thank you note, a letter that I had wrote to you, and just to tell you how we felt. And we left one little clip open there because we want to take a picture of you and Xavier, so you can put it in there later. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. I don't know. Everybody good? Can you give him a hug? Yeah. This big guy. You're good. And I wanted also to say that, you know, a lot of the community does not understand that how important CPR is for sudden cardiac arrest patients. If it is not acted on within the first 5 minutes of it happening, there wouldn't be someone here today. So even with the training and getting training, even certification on your training is most important, but to act quickly on it is so vital. And for someone even in the as an officer, I mean, him being off duty, he still didn't have to do what he did, and that's when we as a family can never again stop saying thank you to him. So I just wanted to make sure that was said, for the community to understand that the city of Monterey Park and their police department, the devotion that they have to their community, serving and protecting, and even the fact that Danny was way across town in Laverne, California, he still was able to do that service for the community. So thank you. He's getting taller than you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. It means a lot to you guys coming. Thank you.
I know you maybe didn't understand the compact that you had on our family, you know, and I never wanted to not, you know, feel that we could not ever stop saying thank you, but it's every time we see you, we're so grateful. We are so grateful.
Thank you.
So this will be our anniversary tradition.
All right. Thank you. Good. Thanks, man. We got something for you guys too. I think it's big enough you could all share.
I already have one.
You have one?
have one.
Wow.
The girls don't.
I got it.
That's a little Xavier.
I got it.
Yeah, little Xavier.
I got his.
Exactly. That's what I told him. You know, he could be a cardiologist, a doctor of some sort, you know.
Exactly.
That would be great.
You have a lot of little ones to look after, so you better take a class.
Yes, it's very important. CPR is very important. You know, for us, it's like when we think about today, it's like I could get teary-eyed, but then I look at him and it's like, it's just,
You should be happy, right?
yeah, it's just, it's nothing that we have to reflect like negative. It's positive, you know, it's positive fact that, you know, everything happened for a reason that day. Danny was there for a reason. We don't see it any other way. It's like, me and my husband have went over it several times in our minds, and it's just the fact that, you know, if Danny wasn't there, it could have been a different story. It could have been a different story, but this is the story that was supposed to be planned out. This is the way it was supposed to end, and that's like the amazing part of it. But I know there's a lot of people out there that get scared, and they, something's happened in an emergency, and you don't know how quickly to act. But someone with his training, someone with his character, because there's still officials or, people in nursing, or they won't jump in right away because they're afraid that something else could happen. But he didn't even have a hesitation. He just saw him on that floor and jumped in and wouldn't stop. From what they told me, and there was one parent that came that day, a couple hours after it happened, and he's like, "Miss Mendoza, I have to tell you the story. I have to tell you the story of what happened with Xavier. Xavier had collapsed, and it was so alarming and shocking to everybody that everybody was just standing there for a minute or two. And then Danny runs up and right away just starts CPR on him. He sees what he's dealing with. He starts it with no hesitation, and he just wouldn't stop the CPR until the paramedics got there, until the Vern Fire got there, which they got there quickly, but still.
Seems like an eternity, is what he told me.
Right.
So long.
And even the director of cardiology from Children's told me that how vital it is with the sudden cardiac arrest patients, and they have to have it within that first 5 minutes, because that determines first life, and then the oxygen that is not getting to his brain, that's going to determine vegetation state, everything that could be even worse for him, the long recovery that we didn't go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, so if they could really appreciate, of course, what law enforcement, first responders get out of the way when there's sirens going on. It gets me so upset, because they're on their way to do something. Whatever call that they could be doing, it's still the fact that they're on an emergency call. They're the first responders, from police officers to paramedics to firemen, and we have to respect that. Because that's a life.
Oh, absolutely.
That is a life that we don't have control on, but they're trying to do whatever in their power is to save that life.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I'm just so amazed how they're training, will make the effort and keep going into recertifying the officers to make sure, because this is not a normal size of a teenager.
Right.
So regular CPR, I wouldn't think, can work. So there has to be really measure and power your husband, and that put into that, because you have to, get that heart going, get the blood flow going, and that's important. And I'm so grateful for everybody here.